today's episode of the Primal Lifestyle Podcast, we break down top. How many did we do? I'd say we did about 10.
Yeah, probably somewhere in the 8 to 10 range.
Yeah, the top 8 to 10 Christmas gifts that you should be getting your significant other, your nephew, your cousin, your Secret Santa this holiday. So with no affiliation to really any of these companies, we broke down some of our favorite toys to give to our friends and family for Christmas. Some of them are super cheap and portable. And then we got to a pretty high price range. We also talked about ButcherBox, which I got my mom for Christmas. I hope she loves it. I hope she don't listen to this podcast and finds out 2 weeks early. But ButcherBox is or was an affiliate of ours. I'm not sure about our current status with them because we actually haven't talked about them in a long time. But I just re-upped. I'm expecting a beef box from them sometime in the next few weeks. They are a grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, heritage bred pork dispensary. Is that their farm? Distributor.
Yeah, food distributor, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they're really awesome, man. So I've been a fan of theirs for a long time. I stopped ordering from them for a minute, but I just re-upped, and they're doing a bunch of great gift boxes for Christmas, for the holidays. So it's an awesome gift for somebody who might be a foodie or somebody trying to get into a more holistic side of nutrition, or, like just for anybody who likes meat. This is some of the best in the world. So if our affiliate link still works, you could check out primaljedi.com/butcherbox. Coupon code JEDI will get you some free gifts. Otherwise, if that doesn't work, then we're going to re-up, and that will be found at primallifestyle.com/butcherbox. And same deal, we'll make the coupon code primal, and you should be able to save some money. Check the link down below. We'll have it updated by the time this episode is released. And of course, we are always brought to you by The Nut. Tell them about The Nut.
CrossFit Nutley, the superhero laboratory, the home of superhero training. It's the gym I own, the gym that we've been building everyday superheroes one day at a time, one workout at a time. It's been a wild ride dealing with a pandemic coming through, tough sledding, rebuilding that roster up. But dude, I can't say enough about it. Come down to the gym. We're located in Nutley, New Jersey. Mention the podcast. We'll give you a free drop-in. If you're in the area, you want to do a trial class, come in, work out, throw down. And we could talk membership options and all that types of stuff. So please come on down at CrossFit Nutley on Instagram, at CrossFit Nutley on Twitter.
Awesome. I got one more because I know they're doing gift sets. We are affiliated 100% with one of our favorite skincare companies of all time. That's COSM Research. Our good buddy Joe and Elle have this awesome company. Primal Lifestyle, theprimallifestyle.com/COSM, coupon code primal will get you 10% off all of those cool products, face creams, face serums, nail oil, all that good stuff. I know that they're doing a discovery set, which is an awesome gift box for the special lady in your life who likes to take care of her skin with minimal bullshit. No, bullshit free, chemical free, vegan friendly, holistic, premium skincare. So awesome. Yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. I have to see if they changed over the website. I'm pretty positive they didn't, but one of our first affiliates was ButcherBox.
Yeah.
And they're doing gift bundles for Christmas. So I did get one sent. It's not sent over yet, but around the holidays, sometime I think a few days before, I was actually going to my mom's house. So they have, I think it's like a steak lovers box, and it comes with, it's like New York strip steaks, ribeyes, I think filet mignons, a bunch of cool stuff. And I put an order in for myself. So I'm not sure how our affiliate works with them right now. If it is still active, it would be primaljedi.com/butcherbox. And that'll get you some free stuff. But there's a lot of different ways to, I always kick myself for signing up with them as early as I did, because for new customers, they're constantly giving away free shit. And it seems to be getting better and better and better. Like now it's like you get like 6 free steaks. Sometimes it's like 2 pounds of lobster. Like they give away this crazy stuff. And I always regret, I shouldn't say regret, because I'm always happy with my box, but I'm always like, fuck, man, like this is an awesome deal. So yeah, they're doing great gift boxes. So I actually sent one to my mom. I got to kind of re-up our affiliation with them and make sure that we get these listeners something. But I'm pretty sure if you still check out the old website, primaljedi.com/butcherbox, I think it'll take you right there. We never had a coupon code. We just had the link. But Yeah, that stuff is awesome, man. And if you guys listen, that's grass-fed, grass-finished beef, heritage bred pork, organic free-range chicken. And if you've never tried any of those things and you're getting your meat from Costco or something, like that's cool. I do the same thing a lot of the times, but there really is like a totally different flavor profile. You're getting like a really rich and it's leaner, but it's like a good leaner. Like it's more tender. You're eating food the way it was supposed to be raised. Like you're eating cow or beef or whatever you want to call it, raised on its natural diet. And I feel, do you feel different when you, like, if
I do.
like, I'll do like grass-fed steak for dinner and I'll leave some leftovers. I'll throw them on eggs in the morning. There's something about it. Like I feel, and this isn't even like I said, I don't even know if we're an affiliate with them, but I definitely like, it takes my, like my training and my, even like my brain just to a different level. It could be placebo, but I don't think it is.
I don't know the science behind it, but I'll tell you right now, I definitely feel way different when I eat that stuff. I told you when I used to go to Skillman Farms here in New Jersey, they deal directly to Whole Foods, all of their grass fed stuff. Do we buy chickens from them, bro? A chicken breast. First of all, it's super expensive, but a chicken breast, it tastes like a buttered roll, but it's chicken. It's fucking amazing, dude. It's so good. And same thing with all the grass-fed products they have. And their bacon, forget it. You know me, bro. I'm the bacon guy.
Yeah.
Their bacon is unbelievable, man.
That's what made me think of it, because my mom's been doing a lot of, hopefully, I don't think she listens to this podcast. Otherwise, sorry, Mom, but Merry Christmas. She's been really into it. She was telling me like uncured and like natural flavored bacon. She's saying she's loving the flavor so much more and yada, yada. I was like, yeah, man, I've been telling you that for how long? But that's what made me think. I'm like, oh shit, this would be a cool gift. So
there's nothing better than the nitrate and nitrite free bacon.
Yeah,
dude, it's the flavor. It's almost tastes like syrup. It's so good. People don't understand that. They eat that crap Oscar Mayer or whatever else they want to get. Even that black label stuff that people swear by. I'm not into any of that stuff.
Yeah. I've been avoiding bacon. I know you're the bacon dude, but and I kind of have been too, but I've been avoiding it a little bit, just and trying to shed a couple pounds, like avoiding that's, for me, that's so easy to overeat, man. If I make a pound of bacon, the whole thing's going down in that day. Maybe not in that sitting, but in that day it's done.
For sure.
No shot. So
for sure.
Yeah, I've been messing around with them. I'm getting a box in a couple weeks. I think it's actually set December 4th. So by the time this episode actually released, hopefully I'll be sitting home eating a nice fat juicy ribeye, but we'll see.
Hopefully by the time this episode releases, one of my members, Brian, went on a deer hunt on Thanksgiving.
Nice.
And he's hooking me up with a whole bunch of venison.
That's great.
So I'm fired up, dude.
Yeah. You notice I'm sitting today?
Yes.
I got a bunch of people said I looked like a crackhead in our last so one of the things we're going to get to, and I'm actually excited. Yeah. So everyone knows I love doing this podcast. So when I'm like animated, I'm moving around. So I have a standing desk. Like I'm sitting at it now, but I always stood, and we were never on YouTube before, so it had really no repercussions besides making maybe you a little bit dizzy at some point. But I'm sitting. A bunch of people were like, yo, you look like a crackhead, man. I'm like, well, I'm not, so that sucks.
Well, I'm not, so please don't think I am.
Yeah. I got a lot of positive feedback. I don't know if you saw it. I released a blog, and it was kind of, I don't know if that gave me the idea to want to do this specific episode or vice versa, but a lot of people around the holidays come and ask, what would you recommend? I want to get, my nephew, my boyfriend, my husband, my girlfriend, my wife, whatever. They're really into fitness, or they're getting into fitness. What are some gifts that you would recommend? And I always have like a top couple right off the top of my head. Some of them, most of them, they've never heard of. Maybe you have some that are a little bit more normal to an extent. But I put out a blog actually, top 10 apps if you're into fitness and health.
I saw.
And it got a lot of good feedback, which was cool. Shows me people are into like those top 10 things, which I kind of knew, kind of clickbaity, but I got a lot of good feedback. A lot of people are using some of those apps, and it's not just like workouts per se, but we put a workout app or two. We put my favorite food tracker app, which is Chronometer, a seconds app. It's called Seconds. That's like a HIIT timer. So if you're into high intensity interval training, Calm and Headspace meditation apps,
for sure.
And check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. But it got a lot of positive feedback, and it definitely fueled the idea of wanting to do an episode about the holidays. So we wanted to talk about some gifts that you can get, maybe your like I said, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friend, secret Santa, whatever it might be. And we get that question a lot. So you mentioned before we started recording, or depending on where we cut this off, Legion protein.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually my first gift that I would want to give to somebody. So Legion it's an awesome company. They have great pre-workouts. They have really good nootropics and gut health. They're a supplement company, but they're different in the sense where they're extremely transparent in what they what they put into their blends. You know, there's no proprietary blends. There's no artificial sweeteners or you know, any type of real like stabilizers or gums that you're gonna find. It's pretty clean, and they seem to really nail like their flavor profile. So I've tried birthday cake. And if you follow me on Instagram, I've actually made a couple of recipes. I actually made cupcakes with their birthday cake protein, and they came out slamming. Chocolate peanut butter, fruity cereal, which if you're like a Fruit Loops person, or I should say Fruity Pebbles, it tastes like Fruity Pebbles. If you're into that, cinnamon cereal is another one I tried. It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They really nailed it. So right off the bat, it was funny that you mentioned it because I was thinking it before you said it. A good whey protein isolate. Now, you know, there's brands that you can get from like Costco and, you know, like Amazon and whatnot, but spend a couple more bucks and you're going to get something that really, really, in my opinion, tastes phenomenal. So that's something I kind of recommend to people. It's easy, you know, unless like they're vegan or something, but Legion actually makes plant protein too. I've never tried it, but that could potentially be a really good stocking stuffer, or you know, just like little gifts, like 30,
Maybe
40
a big ass
bucks.
stocking if you get the big old
True
45
story.
serving.
Yeah. I'm doing a little article about that too. Some stocking stuffer ideas, like stuff that
Nice.
you could fit in a gym bag or something, but that's besides the point. So you want to go back and forth? You want to drop something?
Yeah, well, just to get back to your Legion supplements, because I believe they're like the global leader in non-proprietary blended supplements, which is huge.
Yeah.
Global leader, not just like not United States, all around the world. Their supplements are flying off the shelf. Also, like you said, spend a couple extra bucks, definitely. So what you'll notice is by like the cheap Costco brands, or you know, even the store brand Vitamin Shop, you know, RIP to GNC, but all those like store brand cheap stuff, you'll notice that those things, for the most part, they wreck your gut, bro. You got
Yeah.
nasty farts all the time. They're not really digestible. That's because that's all extra bullshit in there. Then they're not using clean proteins and stuff.
I gotta stop you real quick. GNC went down.
I think they closed like 800 stores or
Wow.
1,000 stores. They filed bankruptcy. They're looking for a buyer. Yeah. The pandemic wrecked them.
Sucks.
Yeah, they didn't have a big online presence for shopping. So they
No.
were trying to learn on the fly when everything
Right.
had to shut down because people couldn't go to the stores and shop. And Vitamin Shop, Amazon, all these places already had really big e-commerce set up.
Yeah.
So they were all thriving while GNC was trying to play catch up. And they're trying to join, you know, a 5K race when 4K if it's already run.
Yeah.
So they took a huge hit, massive.
I'm not too surprised. They seemed so. I've shopped there. I've shopped at Vitamin Shop. You know, all those places. Obviously, Amazon. Vitamin Shop has been keeping up with the times. I think like really well. You know, like any product that we talk about on here, chances are you could find a Vitamin Shop. You know, whether that's like you know, Ancient Nutrition is one that I was shocked when I seen it on the shelf. I was like, oh, good shit. Like I've been ordering this from the website, and I still do. Like I cut out the middleman. I go to them, but knowing that, you know, I can get most of the stuff that I get off Amazon from there was cool. Where GNC, you know, like everything was GNC brand, and you know, talking about proprietary blends and gums and stabilizers and preservatives. I mean, they were like, you know, chock full of that. Where you see, I think in the supplement and nutrition industry, you see it going more and more and more towards, you know, like natural sweeteners and you know, preservative free and more clean ingredients. I think they were behind with the curve, but yeah, that sucks. I had no idea that they got hit like that.
Yeah, man. So I mean, hopefully they find a buyer and they can stay in business because, you know, obviously there's a lot of people out of work and all that types of stuff. So from a business standpoint, you know, you don't want to see them go down.
It's a tough one. Amazon came out with a supplement line themselves. I think it's called Element or Elements or something, and they actually started coming out with just basic stuff, you know, like vitamin C, zinc, biotin. Like I haven't seen anything too crazy.
Yeah. I'm sure Amazon's they're trying to take over the world, bro.
Yeah, there's nothing they don't have their hands in.
And did you see the guys over at Barbell Shrug? They just signed a big deal selling products for Barbell Shrug products in Walmart.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's big.
they were down in Alabama at the headquarters for Walmart a couple months ago, going over all their stuff. So there's a couple key cities that they're starting things off in, but they're trying to basically get that Walmart corner of the market and start getting people healthy, man. I think that's
Yeah.
great. Spread it everywhere. I tell people this all the time with all business, whether it's the gym or even like my remodeling business, or I'm house flipping and all that. Dude, the pie is so big, no one can eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
So to find your little sliver, and that little sliver can end up being a huge piece because the pie is so big,
Yeah.
So competition for sure, but at the same time, there's so much. It's an overabundance of everything that everyone can survive, everyone can thrive, everyone can do their part without being like super cutthroat. And I think that's part of the problem that GNC ran into too, is that they wanted to corner the market for all of their own products, rather than if you look at Vitamin Shop, like you're mentioning, they're bringing in everything. They're one of the, when we excuse me, when we first started dealing with the CBD company, we're like the first people ever online trying to push CBD. And next thing you know, I'm in the vitamin shop getting my daily vitamins and shit. Yeah. And they got a whole CBD corner. This is like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like, it's blowing my mind that they're this up on everything. So kudos to them for sure.
I went to the gas station the other day and they were like a full-blown dispensary in there.
Really?
With CBD products. Yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere. And then you see some funny I seen the funniest thing I think I've seen so far was at Bed Bath & Beyond. We were shopping for whatever blinds or whatever the hell we were looking for, and I seen a CBD infused pillow.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the wildest thing I think I've seen CBD related.
Yeah, I don't think I can get with that.
I mean, it's all just marketing. I don't know how. I'm not sure. Maybe it's made with hemp or something.
I think that's part of the problem too with products like CBD. And it sucks because we know how effective it can be if it's pure.
Yeah.
If it's full spectrum or all that types of shit.
Yeah.
But it's so oversaturated everywhere that people think it's snake oil. Yeah. They sell that gas station. They sell that Bed Bath & Beyond. You could probably find it at Home Depot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, so, that's a good one that I don't think either one of us planned on bringing to this particular episode, but that's kind of that is a good stocking stuffer.
To CBD oil.
Yeah. And I know there's that company we worked with, Green Roads.
Yeah, right? Green Roads. Yep.
That's what they're called. Element, Santa Cruz. There's a couple out there that again we'll link below and you could check out and see for yourself. But that's a phenomenal stocking stuffer for somebody who's, because I mean really I find it most useful for stress management and sleep. Definitely. But I know people. My boy Ben from the Primal Broadcast, he uses it in the morning first thing. So he has like some kind of like French vanilla or something he squirts in his coffee, and he says it takes away his anxiety. Like he's an anxious kid, he puts a couple of drops and all of a sudden he's got this chill, and it's totally non-psychoactive. And most people, I would say 99 out of 100 people in my list is know that CBD is not psychoactive. You're not going to show up to work high. I know people who use it on the job with me, and we get drug tested regularly and are totally fine.
Yeah.
Again, use it at your own risk if that's the case. But yeah, man, that's a good one. Good job.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I've been practicing on my segues.
Yeah. We are brought to you by CBD infused pillows.
Yeah. From Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
and Home Depot.
Yeah. What else we got?
All right. So I've been giving this one a lot of thought because my wife won a raffle at work that she didn't even put her name in the hat. They just drew, I guess, at random from all the employees, and she won an Apple Watch that she would have no use for. So I now have an Apple Watch.
Nice.
All right.
Sick.
So the Apple Watch versus the Whoop Strap. I look like I'm going to an old rock concert or something. I got bracelets on every arm.
That's cool.
So the reason why I wear them both, the Apple Watch for me is perfect for while I'm coaching because I need to be hands-free. Can't be on my phone. But if there's an emergency, the text message goes straight to the watch, blah, blah, blah. However, as you know, Apple and all of these tech companies are trying to take over the fitness market from the gadget side, the digital side.
Yeah.
And what I'm noticing is a lot of people, especially in my gym, they use it for a stopwatch. They use it to track their steps. They use it to count calories. You know, they have all these other apps that you can use with your watch that track or are basically data trackers. The inside of this watch, see this?
Sweet.
All this in here is just, it's tech that's supposed to read through your arm, similar to the way the inside of the Whoop strap. I'll show you that one in a second.
Have you been comparing data between the two?
I have been, and that's what I want to get to. So
yeah,
I look at it like this. The Apple Watch is a jack of all trades, a master of none. All right. It can do a little bit of everything, and it does a little bit of everything pretty good. The Whoop strap, if you're a data junkie, that's where you want to go. If you want to know how much strain you're putting on your body, they measure everything through heart rate variability, sleep. So they have their whole algorithm and formula of how they can measure your daily output and your recovery. Where the Apple Watch, it'll count your calories, it'll count your steps, it'll help you with your sleep, you know, telling you, you know, reminding you when to sleep, blah, 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 track your sleep, but it's not as in detail as the Whoop strap. So if you're just looking for basic information, I would say Apple Watch is great. Plus, it's a watch and it's a secondary component of your phone. It's an extension of your phone, which is great if you need to be hands-free like I do. Also, or on the other side of things, for the Whoop strap, which is, for me, it's been a total game changer because it lets me know based off of my resting heart rate, my heart rate variability, which means your heart doesn't just beat, 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 beat. Your heart rate variability is the time in between beats. So your heart is constantly beating beep, 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 beep,
right.
beep. So there's all this variability. So it measures the more variable your heart rate is, the more recovered you are, the more hydrated you are. And all these things play a role into how you recover from the day before. So they also ask you questions every morning. It's like almost like a little mini journal. What did you eat yesterday? How, you know, did you feel like you experienced any stress? Did you take any supplements? Magnesium, if you did, how many milligrams at what time? How much coffee did you drink? There's all different things that you can select from to input this data, and then it compresses everything and it gives you a recovery rating or score based off of how your sleep was, you know, how much strain you put on your body the day before, all this types of crap. And they give you a weekly report and a monthly report. And it tells it, bro, I'm telling you, if you're a data junkie, it gives you every single thing. If you're an elite athlete, if you're trying to become a better athlete, or you want to really step your fitness game up to the next level, Whoop strap's where to go. I live and die by this thing. I love it. I love the data it gives me.
That's cool.
It does count calories burned, but that's like the side source of things. I never even look at it. I'm weary of calorie counting apps or devices because there's no true science to how many calories you burn based off of how many times your arm swings or shit like that. So I'm a little weary of that. I don't believe that either one of these things is counting my calories properly of what I'm burning in and burning out. So with that, I would say if you're looking for something more precise, more exact for what you're doing, if you're a high intensity fitness person, I'm saying Whoop strap all day. And they're not a sponsor of the show. There's none of that. I'm telling you, I'm a firm believer of this thing. It's awesome. You charge it up, the battery lasts like 5 days. The whole thing's waterproof. You could swim with it. I shower. I never take it off. I got a stupid tan line from the summertime. If I take it off, it looks like I got a white stripe around my arm.
That's funny.
The thing's awesome. I love it. It's like $30 a month.
That's what I was going to ask you. It's a subscription service, right?
So yeah, subscription. So basically what happens is the strap itself is free, but you're paying for the access to the app.
So that's a great Christmas gift. You get them the free strap. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so they're obviously running a bunch of promos and stuff. I think they got like 20% off your first month or whatever it is. It's $30. I bought it. I signed up for 18 months right off the bat. I'm like, if I'm doing this thing, I'm going all in. So I signed up for 18 months. I paid it all up front. It breaks down to like $16 a month or something like that.
Nice.
So for me, that's the way to go for me.
Yeah.
Just because I'll wear it. And even if after 18 months I get sick of it, well, I got a free strap and I can re-up my service whenever I want.
Yeah. That's a good deal. Yeah. And that's an awesome gift. Like that's incredible for somebody. Yeah. Like you said, just getting into fitness or who's a data junkie or a calorie counter or anything like that. I use an Oura Ring, and that was actually one on my list. And it's the same type of deal. It's really kind of preference. So you can see it's the same thing. It's got like the little sensors on there. Same type of deal, sleep, HRV, body temperature, steps, calories, and everything that I've read. So I use the Oura Ring. It's I wear it every day. I don't mind wearing a ring. Some people hate the idea of wearing a ring and hate wearing jewelry. Not the most comfortable for swinging kettlebells and lifting weights and stuff. It kind of, when you have a real tight grip, it's not the best. But it very similar in terms of data, and everything I've read in comparisons, like if you read like Whoop versus Oura, very similar. And it's total preference on if you want to wear something on your wrist or your finger. I will say that ladies, if you're getting this for your husband, it'd be awesome to go with the Oura, because this is in my opinion, it's a pretty dope wedding ring. And my wife she wasn't too big a fan of me getting this kind of like ugly. I don't think it's ugly. I think it's nice, but it's it's a black, it's a pretty,
it's like
pretty
tungsten
black,
almost,
like,
right?
Yeah, it's I forget what they call it. I think it's stealth black or something like that. Stealth, I think, is the version of whatever I bought. And I sold her on the idea of downloading the app on her phone, and I made it all romantic and saying she could open it and see my heartbeat whenever she wants. And that's I don't, not that we ever did that, but when I said that, that's kind of cute. Okay, whatever,
Yeah, that's a good sign. Well, that's nice, bro. You should be a spokesperson for them for their holiday package.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's
so
funny.
yeah, either way, awesome gift. And if should this at some point stop working, which I don't think it will. I mean, I've had this about 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
It was around the time we got engaged that I was looking for one anyway. I said, oh, instead of a wedding ring, give me this. I ended up getting a wedding band anyway, but this thing's awesome.
You brought something up in terms of wearing a ring. To talk about the Apple Watch real quick and the Whoop strap.
Yeah.
So obviously,
I love that you're wearing both. That's hysterical.
Yeah, I know. I feel like a tool, but whatever. So you wear them on your wrists. Obviously, kettlebell snatches, and cleans and all that in the way. All right.
Yeah. Is the Whoop in the way too?
Yeah, they both are.
Yeah.
So here's the difference. Well, first thing is this Whoop. I feel like it's like a nylon kind of stretchy. Here, see that there's a.
Oh, it's going crazy.
Yeah. So
alert, no pulse.
No pulse. You're dead. You're dead. I'm gonna get an alert on my phone. So this is very forgiving. This stuff, it's just nylon, and this is just hard plastic.
Cool.
All right. This is it's a fucking computer on your wrist.
Yeah.
You hit this thing with a kettlebell, you're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Whoop decided that because a lot of athletes and CrossFitters and people, jiu-jitsu players, all this, they all like to wear this thing. So what do? They came out with a strap that's bigger and it's for the bicep. And they figured out a spot on your arm where you line it up. So you get it registers the same exact data in a different spot. So if you're, for instance, a CrossFitter like myself, and you wear wrist wraps for your push jerks or power cleans or front squats or whatever, you can wear this on your bicep and use your wrist wraps, no problem. Or take it out of the way for your kettlebell swings and all that types of shit. So they've really thought of everything. Whereas the Apple Watch, listen, you're wearing it on your wrist and that's it.
Nice.
So
that's a cool kind of segue into another gift idea I had. Being you said that it wraps around your bicep. So I might have mentioned this. I might have done a blog about this. I might not have released it yet, but that's BFR training, blood flow restriction bands. So with gyms being closed and having very limited access to weights, or at least most people, especially if you're at a traditional gym where used to working with barbells and trying to max out on dumbbells and all that good stuff. Occlusion training it's simply a way of restricting blood flow in the veins and it works out muscles in a way that activates your fast twitch muscle fibers without how exactly would I explain it? I'm not sure exactly how to really explain the science behind it, but sort of by like tourniqueting a certain body part. So like say like a bicep or around your quads or something like that, you're going to restrict blood flow, and it's going to force less blood to those fast twitch muscle fibers and force them to sort of open up a little bit more, leading to increased muscle growth with lighter weights. So I don't know if I explained that too well, but I used them. I was sold on them. They were cheap. They were an awesome, like, just like little thing to throw in my gym bag or have around the house for when I want to work out at home.
Yeah.
Either body weights or light kettlebells. And the pump that you get from these things are insane. And there's a really cool guide. It's actually by the guys from I think it's by Sal DiStefano. It's a complete guide to occlusion training or blood flow restriction. It's called either one of those two terms. Awesome for getting a sick pump without having to throw around super heavy weights. And they're cheap. I mean, you go on Amazon, you don't have to get the ones that they have ones that like are linked to a machine, sort of like a blood pressure thing. They're computerized and they get the perfect, just any type of, even if it's an elastic band or some kind of resistance band, tourniqueting or lightly tourniqueting right above the bicep, under the shoulder, and above the quads for like things like bicep curls, things like squats. It's even going to restrict some blood flow to your chest. It's just going to make that lightweight or body weight feel way faster, and those much heavier,
Yeah.
make those fast twitch muscle fibers respond in a way that promotes growth. So that's a really cool hack. And again, it's fairly inexpensive. I would recommend, if you're getting it for somebody who has no idea what the fuck it is, if they're new to fitness, maybe get them some kind of guide, some kind of educational format on how to use it. And that's a really good one. I actually got those for around the time this whole pandemic happened and my gym was closed. I got it as something to work at home, and it's been cool.
Yeah, I remember when you picked those up. So you found them useful.
Incredibly useful. Yeah, I haven't used them in a while. Gym's been open.
Yeah, so you haven't really needed.
Stays open.
Yeah.
It's not something you want to use with heavy weight. Like you wouldn't want to go tie these around your quads and then go squat 305 pounds. Like that's not. That's not how you'd want to use it. It's for lighter weight, simulating heavier weight, so that you can get those pumps. That you can get a little bit more muscle growth than you would from doing like super high reps, and it's going to create a lot more hypertrophy in the sense where those lighter weights are going to feel a lot heavier.
Yeah. Cool.
It's cool.
Yeah. I like it. Hypertrophy is a word that everybody who's trying to build muscle should know.
Yeah. It's the word of the day on a lot of podcasts I listen to and shit.
Yeah. I've been talking about hypertrophy for all our workouts at the gym lately too. People are starting, bro, real quick, just to talk about the gym. I know I don't want to beat it to death.
No, do it. You were texting me a little bit earlier. I wanted to get into it for sure.
Bro, yesterday, and today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. So Monday and Tuesday of this week in particular, Monday we did power clean 7x1. So we're trying to build the new 1 rep max.
Nice.
And then yesterday we did the same thing with front squats. Bro, I had
I seen in your video.
Bro, 9 PRs on the power clean.
Sick.
And we had 13 PRs on the front squat. And not new PRs like, oh, this guy just started at the gym, so obviously he's going to hit a PR when he comes in. No, I'm talking like, dude, our OGs that have been doing this shit for a long time, bro, smashing PRs. And of the 9 and the 13, 7 of them were the same person on both days.
Nice.
Shit's working, bro. Shit's working.
That's awesome, man.
I'm not taking any credit. It's not nothing to do with my coaching. It's the programming and the people putting in the work, man.
Yeah, that's huge.
Maybe it's a little bit of my coaching too, but
there you go. Good for you, man.
But,
you don't sell yourself.
I mean, shit's working. So I just wanted to throw that out there because I'm super pumped for my guys and gals. I mean, most of the PRs are from gals, bro. It's fucking awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, they're throwing down, man. I'm so proud of them. It's cool.
Your boy hit some PRs himself the other day, man.
Nice.
Thanksgiving weekend was good to me. I think I went off, and I did a little bit of a post about like a lot of people ask how do I stay on my diet, especially like people I'm coaching or training, what do I do with Thanksgiving? And my answer is always the same. Nothing. Like, enjoy your holiday, enjoy your family. And I believe this with all my heart. if you're good, if you're watching and, you know, you're tracking and you're, you know, being somewhat conscious of what you're putting in your body, taking like, you know, Thanksgiving dinner and, you know, Christmas Eve, Christmas, taking, you know, a few days, a few holidays, a few occasions, and, you know, really enjoying it and not worrying about, you know, am I hitting, I mean, try to hit your protein if your goal is to gain muscle, like that,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be too hard. You know, fill up on protein, of course, over everything. But yeah, I always kind of say, fuck it. Like enjoy your holiday, enjoy your whatever it
I say
is.
the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, the reason why you guys put in all this work all year round is so you can enjoy these occasions.
100%.
You know?
Yeah, it's not worth but anyway, yeah, your boy went off for like 4 days. So like I had my Thanksgiving dinner, I had leftovers the day before. And you know how it goes, man. It's just like a rabbit hole of, you know, eating. We set up the Christmas tree and stuff. So we were like baking cookies, doing all that fun stuff. And yeah, so when I went to the gym though, I felt strong as hell.
I think that's what's happening this week with people, man. I'm
Yeah,
telling
right.
you, dude. It's
Yeah.
fucking nuts. It's
Yeah.
wild, man.
All
It's funny.
those carbs getting right to those muscles. It's nice. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, my six pack was starting to just come out. It was like, hey, I exist. Now it's covered in fucking fluff. But
It went back in its shell.
yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, that's funny. So for the first time in CrossFit Nutley history, we were open on Thanksgiving this year.
Nice.
And I chose to do that as a new owner because I've been a part of other gyms where they'd have like one big wad on Thanksgiving in the morning. You work out real hard and work up an appetite and go crush food, and you don't feel as bad, you know?
Yeah.
So I decided this year we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to have 2 classes in the morning. We treat it as a Saturday. We had a nice long Metcon. So it's just, you know, a lot of just, you know, movement shit, box jumps, runs, double unders, all types of shit like that.
Nice.
You know, nothing crazy. We're not doing like, you know, 225-pound back squats or anything like that. And dude, I had people moving around. They had so much fun. Coaches love being there, coaching up people and everything. Everyone. And now look, translates into a beginning week of fucking PRs everywhere. Everywhere I turn around, there's PRs. I told the people last night at 6:00, I'm like, yo, this is the last class of the day. Every class so far has had at least 2 PRs. If we don't get one in here, everyone takes a week off. You can't come back to the gym. Fuck you guys. You're not coming back.
Nice.
And what happened? I got 3 more PRs in last night's 6:00 class, man. It's fucking awesome.
That is awesome. That's a good feeling, man. And I'm right there with you on coaching on holidays. When I was working at Legion for, you know, like 3-4 years, I was there. That was always my favorite time. You know, Christmas Eve morning, Christmas Day, I didn't really mess around with, but Christmas Eve, 4th of July, Thanksgiving, whatever it is, getting that early morning. You know, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 9 o'clock, sometimes, just getting like one of those killer workouts in. And I did that this year. I didn't do it at a gym, but I hit my gym. I think it was a pull day. So I was doing some deadlifts, some cool stuff like that. And then my whole family in like the last year really got into, I shouldn't say my whole family, but like my cousins. So they're 20, 17, 13. I think I'm saying their ages right, but they're younger, you know, I got 10 years on all of them. But this year they really got into throwing around kettlebells, boxing, lifting weights, push-ups, the whole 9. So we did about a 45-minute HIIT workout outside, crushed us. I did my deadlifts right before that. So I was definitely crushed. And then, you know, we took a nice long walk after dinner, after our first dinner, and we went to the in-laws and ate over there too. So I was going off like crazy. But yeah, working out on the holidays is something special, man. You get that kind of like goofy, like, you know, that goofy like smile on your face, like, you know, it's like a snow
weekend.
day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Snow day, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So
cool,
so I'm gonna use this as a segue into weightlifting accessories.
Sweet.
So especially CrossFit world, but even for people who are doing heavy lifting, knee sleeves, wrist wraps, belts, you know, waist belts and all that. So I would say
that's what I'm getting for Christmas.
Yeah, you told me, bro. You're getting a custom made one, right?
You're gonna love it, bro. It's got a logo on it. It's gonna be insane.
That's awesome.
I hope I get it for Christmas. We just ordered it. They said 6 to 8 weeks.
So
all the notes though, I told them Christmas.
So make sure it's here. I need it.
Yeah.
Come on, don't you know I got a podcast to run? I'm gonna work out while I'm podcasting next time. So I would highly recommend wrist wrap for, especially in the CrossFit community. Wrist wraps are always a plus, especially when you do a lot of overhead stuff. Clean and jerks, front squats. You need wrist wraps for a lot of that stuff, especially when you're going heavy. We did front squats 7x1 yesterday, and then we did a gazillion front squats in the workout at a lighter weight. And that's one of the things. You're doing rep after rep after rep of front squats. You're holding that bar in your front rack position. It's pulling down on your hands. Your wrists are going to get sore. So having that extra support around your wrist during those workouts is always a plus. You can get them from anywhere. Rogue sells them, or you can go to boxbasics.com, and they got like every pair possible. Most CrossFit gyms will sell them in house. So I think those are obviously a great play to have some wrist wraps. Knee sleeves as well, I think, are huge. But the thing is with the knee sleeves, even with the wrist wraps, but more so knee sleeves and the weight belts, I don't like to see people using them all the time even for the lighter weight stuff, because they will act as a crutch. So the tighter your knee sleeves are tight, they're keeping your joints warm and all that. But if you're doing a lighter weight, you really got to rely on your body to lube up your joints rather than just let me throw on the knee sleeve and get it done. So, and the same thing for the weight belt. If you're doing deadlifts and you're warming up and you're getting your lower reps in, don't put it on right away. Once you start getting into your heavy weights, even with your back squat, when you start getting your heavy weights and you need that extra trunk support, throw it on. But they're a invaluable tool. I'm not saying they're not. I use them all the time. I really do. I'm not bullshitting here, but that's the only advice I would give. Hook your family members up or your friends or whoever you're trying to get a gift for. Get them some wrist wraps, get them some knee sleeves, get them a weight belt. But if you're the person receiving them, just know you don't have to put it on if you're doing your warm-ups or if you're going light on your reps. Put it on when you absolutely need it, And
Yeah.
that's my only advice to them, but definitely something that you should have in your bag. 100%.
Yeah. I'm not, I don't do too many of those CrossFit like moves. Like, I do overhead presses and some stuff like that, but not too many snatches, not too many power cleans yet.
Yeah.
I'll do them with kettlebells. I don't feel comfortable enough yet to really be throwing around a barbell. I just kind of recently really started getting into barbell training. So I'm not there yet. But one thing I have in my gym bag is I guess they would be called grips, like what you would use for deadlifting. So if you have somebody who's into lifting weights, like maybe they just started working with barbells, doing bench press and squats and deadlifts and stuff like that, I would throw that in there too, because I love those. I mean, that's the difference for me. That's the difference between lifting, 350 and 295 is those grips. It really makes a big difference. So that's a cool one. That was on my list too. There's a couple other things in my gym bag. You ever heard of Slingshot? Mark Bell Slingshot?
Yeah. I heard of it.
Yeah, pretty cool. If you have somebody, a lot of people have shoulder injuries. So I know people who are worried about, say, like bench pressing or doing too much, like too many push-ups or too much chest work because they have some kind of nagging shoulder or rotator cuff or whatever. Slingshot's a really cool tool if you know somebody who is having that dialogue with you, that slides over both of your forearms and attaches to the bicep, comes across your chest. So what it does is it forces you to pretty much have perfect bench press form. So you're going to throw up. So if somebody who doesn't use one and is benching, say, 175, you'll be able to put up 225 without a problem because it's going to give you added resistance. It's going to allow you to put up more weight. So is it cheating? Yeah. Like that's not something you'd use in a competition, but as far as for preventing injury or teaching you extremely proper form by just forcing your elbows in and reinforcing that movement with a push-up or bench press, that's a really cool one. I bought one for that reason, for my shoulder, and I was using it just like a little bit, like, if I was going for something, super heavy that I was a little bit nervous about, I'll throw it on, kind of feel it out, get my form down, take it off, rest and repeat. But there's one of those in my gym bag. Shaker bottles are another cool, like, little gift, definitely wrong with getting like a little blender bottle from Vitamin Shop or something. That's a cool stocking stuffer.
Oh, dude, no, you just made me think about the unsung hero of gym bags.
What's that?
A lacrosse ball.
Oh yeah, true.
Lacrosse ball. for, you know, all those knots in your feet, your back. If you can't get to those things, you put the lacrosse ball on the floor or you put it against a wall, you lean into it, roll that out. I see they make similar things now. They're like suction cups on the wall now with like a little ball in the end. You can like roll your back on and stuff.
That's cool.
But yeah, the lacrosse ball, dude, the thing is phenomenal, especially for your feet. Get all those extra knots out of your feet. You're working out heavy, lifting a lot of heavy weights, constantly putting a beating on your pups. Just roll them out a little bit. Lacrosse ball for sure, and they're cheap, like $4.99 or something for a lacrosse ball.
I second that. And if you're not comfortable putting a lacrosse ball in your nephew's stocking or whatever, foam roller, you can level one up and grab a decent foam roller. I recommend Rumble Roller over everything. It's a little bit more pricey, but you can't go wrong with something that you find in, you know, a Five Below or a Target or something that is going to release some tension in some tissues, especially if they're sore. It's not a magic pill that's going to heal an injury, but if they're feeling sore, if they're feeling a little bit more immobile, if they're waking up stiff or going to bed and kind of feeling that could help a lot. So lacrosse ball, foam roller. I wanted to talk about, I mentioned this a little while ago. A lot of people are working at home. So a lot of people, you know, being forced to, you know, work from whether it's their living room, couch, office, a standing desk is an awesome gift for your wife or husband or boyfriend or anybody who works from home. There's this great book. It's called Desk Bound. I think it's called Desk Bound, Standing Up to a Sitting World. It's by Kelly Starlett, who's like the master of mobility. Like he's written a bunch of books. Becoming a Supple Leopard is another one. And he talks about how sitting is the new smoking. So people being sedentary, definitely have an obesity pandemic, high blood pressure, the whole nine. Read that book if you're interested in it. But I'm sitting at one now, but having the option to stand is amazing. So if I'm writing a blog, I'm going to be in front of the computer reading research articles for 2-3 hours, or you know, I sat all day. I was in a truck all day, or I was doing whatever, and I just want to, you know, get a little bit more out of my body and out of my posture. I could raise it up, and there's cheap ones. I mean, this one is a little more pricey. This one's electronic, so real quick, you could kind of see, like, you know, I'm getting shorter, and boom, it comes back down. But they make ones that are like cranks, and they're significantly cheaper. They're, you know, probably $100 if that. But you know, obviously, you know, you want one that's going to last.
Standing is super important. Think about this, and not so much you, because you get all this shit, but for our listeners, when you're sitting down, your hamstrings are stretched, your glutes are stretched, so you're sitting on a stretched muscle. When you're standing, that muscle is in the exact position it's supposed to be. So think about if you're stretching your bicep all the way out and you're putting pressure on it constantly, it's not going to be any good for your bicep. Well, your hamstrings are the same way, your glutes are the same way. When you're sitting down, think when you're sitting in a squat, everything's just being stretched out and elongated. And now you're putting all your body weight on top of that for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah, it's going to be detrimental to your physical health for sure. 100%. Standing is super important. Get up and walk, move, make sure that those muscles are not just getting hammered flat. It's like trying to build a sword. You know, they fold the steel and they hammer it. They fold the steel and they hammer it. Yeah. Your legs aren't swords.
It's been incredible for me when I do have those days. I mean, luckily, I don't have too many of those days where I'm forced to be in front of a computer all day versus, you know, a teacher who's on Zoom meetings all day or whatever. But super important for somebody working from home. Probably one of the best gifts you can get them, and they'll love it, because you don't realize how much more energy and mental clarity you have standing on your feet versus, you know, just sitting, you know, all freaking day for, you know, however many hours at a time. And it's going to make them healthier and happier. I have one more, and I think I'm done. This one is probably the most pricey out of anything I'm going to say, but it's been a life changer. We are not sponsored by them, but we should be. And that's the Chili Pad. I talked about it last week.
Yeah.
And oh my God, what a night and day, literally, I guess, difference in sleep that I've been getting. So I discussed it on the podcast 1 or 2 times. So I use this. It's called an Ooler by Chili Pad. Now, they have 2 systems. chili pad, and Ooler. A chili pad is less expensive, but has one setting that you will leave on throughout the night. So you want your bed, say you want it, 60 degrees. You can set it at 60 degrees and it's going to stay at 60 degrees from the time you go to bed to the time you wake up. Now think about like the cool side of the pillow. You flip the pillow to put your head on the cool side of the pillow. This is that for your entire body. You're laying on it sounds cold, 60 degrees, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're going to be freezing. Nah, it's not really like that. It's just like this like cooling sensation that's going to relax your muscles. So much research has shown that a colder room will give you deeper sleep, more REM sleep, leave you way better recovered than if you were to sleep in a hot room. And I think anybody can relate to this. We've all had that time where the AC was out and we're sleeping in a hot room, and you're not going to sleep as well as if you're nice and cool, bundled up next to someone you love, or under a bunch of comforters and a weighted blanket or what have you. The other system they have is called the Ooler. That's the one I purchased, and that is a system that you can set through an app. It's all done through Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, low EMF signal, so you don't have to worry that you're laying in a bed of like battery acid. It's a very low signal, but that's something that you can set from the time you go to bed till the time you wake up, and it features a warm wake up setting. So what does that mean? So I set mine for low, the lowest it goes, which is like 55 degrees. I set it about an hour before I go to bed. By the time I get to bed, it's usually between 47 and 50 degrees. So that fucker's cold. So it's like laying on it's like laying, I don't want to say it's laying on ice, because it's not, that's bullshit, but it's chilly. It's cold. But it'll make cuddling up with my wife, it'll make my weighted blanket, it'll make all that so nice, and then as the night goes on, it gets a little bit warmer, because I noticed that if I'm leaving it at that temperature throughout the night, I'm waking up freezing. Like I'm like shaking, I can't get warm. So I set it so it gradually warms up. And in the morning, now the idea is, instead of waking up to an alarm clock, you're waking up to what they call a warm wake up. That's a setting that's going to bring that temperature to your chili pad all the way up to 115.
Oh shit.
So hot. So yeah, pretty warm.
So now it's a hot tamale pad.
Yeah. Now, yeah, exactly. And that is sometimes not the most pleasant, especially if I don't remember that, like I have an off day and I want to sleep in a little bit. If I don't remember that, and it's like, 5 a.m. and my thing goes on 115, I'm pissed. But
for sure.
Yeah, no, it's no fun. And my wife's not a fan of that either. But that will, when I'm going to wake up in the morning, that's like beautiful, because I don't know if I'm like the only one, or this is kind of everybody, but I think it's everybody. Like you wake up in the morning and kind of when you get out of bed, you're naturally, especially if you keep your house cold like I do, like it just sucks. Like, like you just feel like, if you're active, like Blake and I are, you might have some kind of soreness. Like you might feel a little stiff in the morning. This just took all that away. This just like, I'm just like, it's warming my whole body. Like, it's like, like you put you have a sore muscle or something that's feeling stiff, you put heat on it, right? So this is heating on my whole body, head to toe. And it's like, it's only like 15 minutes of this temperature, pretty much as soon as I feel it, I wouldn't need my alarm clock, because I know, like, holy shit, I'm, it's burning up in here. I know to get up, but what a cool tool. And like I said, that's going to be more on the pricey side, but if you're, like if you're listening to this podcast, chances are it means like you're a little bit into, health, fitness, human optimization.
Exactly. Optimizing yourself.
Yeah. Getting great sleep, recovery, all that good stuff. And just what a game changer. Now they have, depending on what your budget is and if your significant other is into this or not, they have half size. So I have a California king size bed. I have the half Cali King. Dina wanted no part of this crazy hot, cold nonsense.
Yeah.
So I just did one from my side, but they also have a dual system. So they'll have I think they call it Ooler or chili pad we. So they have me and we. We is basically two separate systems where you can customize your side of the bed. And after a little bit of tweaking, obviously, I went from it being way too cold to it was getting warm a little bit early. I wanted it to get warm later. Maybe like, 4 or 5 days of tweaking. Now I have 3 schedules. I have a weekday gym where I'm up at 4 a.m, weekday no gym where I'm up at 5 a.m, and weekend where it'll go up around like 7, 8 o'clock, the time I would usually wake up on the weekend. So awesome tool, not the cheapest. If you are interested, you could DM me and I could definitely find you a coupon code, because there's enough out there. I would like to work with them in the future though, because that's like, what a game changer, man.
Nice. So we're gonna have to do a house swap. So I'll sleep in your bed for a couple days. Try it out.
Nope.
Damn. You don't want to live in my house?
Nope.
All right. All right. Damn, that the thing must be that good that you don't want to give up your house, bro.
Nope.
All right. All right.
But I'm looking at houses by you, man. I'm constantly looking Belleville and Nutley. So I'm
Yeah,
got
nice.
my eyes over there. Yeah,
Cool. We'll welcome you to the neighborhood real quick, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my eyes on a couple different things.
Cool.
We'll see what happens the next year.
It's a good thing you're not Cyclops, bro. You run out of eyes to look at shit.
Yeah.
That's a dad joke. I'm a double dad. I'm a double dad now, so they gotta sometimes they fall flat.
Speaking of Cyclops, you seen the little girl from you seen Rogue as a boy now?
No.
Oh man. You're not on social media enough.
No,
you don't follow enough stupid pages like I do.
Yeah, I try to stay off of that shit as much as I can. I do the old open the door, throw a grenade, close the door, and then I'm out.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see what happens.
Yeah, you're smarter than I am because I went to a rabbit hole this morning. And I mean, good for her or him. But yeah, so the little girl who played Rogue, she was in the movie Juno. She's in that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio where they like go through dreams. Inception.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that little girl she's not a girl anymore. She's a man.
Oh, what's her name? Ellen Page.
Her name is now Elliot Page.
No shit.
Yeah.
So did you watch the show on Netflix, The Umbrella Academy?
No, but that was one of my buddies told me right away.
Yo,
like, oh
dude,
my God.
Watch that show. That show's wild, bro. It's like if you're into like fantasy, like mind bending, like weird shit.
Yeah.
It's a cool, fun show. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah, they all got like superpowers and shit, and they like it's like an adult superpower show.
I got to talk to the TV queen and see if she'll allow it. She's got all these shows that like lined up. Got to throw that to the front of the list.
Yeah. No, just do it. Just watch it on your own time, bro.
You're not the first person to tell me. I don't have my own time. My own time is here with you.
Yeah, that's true. I appreciate your own time, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Umbrella Academy. But yeah. So is she in it? Is she still?
Yeah, she's probably like the focal point of the show, even though she's not the main character.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. So I wonder how they're gonna play that moving forward. I mean, listen, the show's so mind bending that it would probably fit right into the script.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. She's getting a lot of it's like one of those mixed bag of nuts where it's like you get like people laughing and they're like, oh my God, you're so brave. Like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm right in between, man. I'm like, like you're a girl, but you're not anymore. You want to be called he and him, and okay, no problem. Like, what up, man? Like, I don't give a shit. But at the same time, I'm like, why is this on every fucking news page that I'm looking at right now? Like, it's, you know what I mean?
It's a slow news cycle, bro.
Yeah. I've been really digging a couple websites for news. Science Daily was a good one. That's where I've been getting a whole lot of research lately.
Nice.
They're putting out. I mean, they put out some bullshit, but they put out some some cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and that's on all the viewer too. Listen, read whatever article you're going to read or watch whatever you're going to watch, and then it's on you to dissect the information that you've just processed. You know what I mean? And figure out if what you're getting is truth or not.
Yeah.
So, and if you're not doing that and you just go, living. All right, I heard it, so it's got to be true. Well, not so much.
Yeah.
She'll always, look into shit.
Yeah, they're making it tougher to do. One research paper came out and said there is a 65% increase in risk of diabetes for those who eat one egg a day.
Oh shit! Then I got type 15 diabetes. Then
that's what I said.
I eat 4 every day with a half a pound of ground beef and spinach all mixed in.
Yeah,
I'm a fucking animal.
Yeah, no. Well, the study was done by the University of South Australia, and it was done on Chinese people. And apparently, in China, there's a big outside of the pandemic with the COVID, they evidently have a diabetes pandemic going on too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they got out of that. They found 65% increase, and the study was like so silly, man. It was like, there's no,
but it made headlines, and it was clickbait, and everybody read
so
it.
Clickbaity. And well, I read it. I wanted to dissect and see how I read half of these things pretty much as a skeptic. I want to see how much they really went into this research. What, did they show, postprandial blood glucose after eating this one fucking magic egg? No. They show what else they were eating outside of the one egg? No. It was like so silly, but yeah, not clickbaity.
Yeah,
Scary.
we got a guy here. He eats candy, lollipops, and cookies all day long, and we're gonna give him an egg as well and see if
Yeah,
it messes with his blood sugar.
it's
Of
crazy.
course,
Yeah,
fuck people crazy.
that's the red meat thing too.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
that's exactly what it is. Are you
I has-
eating? Are you eating bread and French fries and all this processed shit
Yeah.
with it, or are you having regular red, clean red meat?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be grass-fed red meat. Just are you eating greens with it? Are you eating, are you slugging down a soda as you're eating your hamburger, or are you drinking a glass of water as you eat your hamburger?
Yeah.
They refuse to report all that shit.
No, it's wild, man.
They're gonna shadow ban our podcast after this.
If we had a podcast just on what the media tells us versus what is reality, our episodes would be twice the duration of Rogan's, and we would have to be here every day. It's fucking crazy out there, but yeah, that's why we stay in our lane, fitness, health, and entertainment.
That's right.
Yeah, man. We got any more toys for these people?
I think that's it, man. I was going to talk about some cranial electro stim devices, but I'd rather do a good or bad on those rather than just tell people to get them.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're gonna do a list of BJ's things that suck and don't suck.
That's right, BJ's.
Yeah,
BJ's things that suck and don't suck.
What we're referring to is if you guys check out the PrimalLifestyle.com, that is our hub for our blog, for all of our podcast episodes, for coaching. There are links up there to Blake's gym, along with a location and any information you need to get your ass over there. You can find me, Jay, at J Campbell Fitness on Instagram. You can find Blake at Blake AP. You can find our #1 affiliate and sponsor, CrossFit Nutley, at CrossFit Nutley on IG. So that's all we got today. I hope you guys got pretty well informed by our little gift episode. I think we did good today.
I think so too. Yeah, I had a good time on this one.
Sweet.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Jay. I'm Blake. Peace.